Hi everybody, it's Matthew from the DDO Library. Welcome to the Teen Corner, the corner of the internet where I give you a reading suggestion for a new book we just received at the library without spoilers. This month, I read Cold the Night, Fast the Wolf by Meg Long. It's an interesting sci-fi story on a distant, icy planet in the future. Except for some mention of genetic engineering, the story really doesn't focus much on future tech. Most of it is a fast-paced sled race in an extremely dangerous environment. The story focuses more on human-animal relation and developing friendship. Senna is a young woman living on the icy planet Tunda. She's a 17-year-old orphan and pickpocket trying to survive. She dreams to leave the planet and leave everything behind. That costs a lot of money. On Tunda, the only way to make a quick buck is by participating in the sled race to a dig site to mine a very rare, inaccessible, and expensive exocarbon. It's a 1,000-mile race through a dangerous environment populated with ice goblin, giant bear, and other exotic wildlife. But Senna despised the race and everything related to it because it took her mother's 5 years prior to the book's event. Senna is half Scour. They are the original settler of Tunda before the big corporation came to take the planet and mess up the environment. The Scours live mostly hidden from the corpos, with a more traditional way of life. Senna must endure a lot of racism because of her origin. Early in the story, she tries to double-cross a mob boss and end up in charge of taking care of his combat wolf to repay him. But she doesn't want to. She tries again to double-cross the mob boss, but it doesn't go as planned. She must leave fast, very fast. This is when she decides to help a scientific team with their sled team. Everyone wants her help because of her training and knowledge. One of her mothers was an amazing sled racer, and the other ones had traditional knowledge, mostly unknown by the corpos. As you all know, I tried to be the most honest I can in my review. I like the book, the world building is interesting, and the action is great, but there's a little caveat here. I was not a fan of the main character, or more specifically, of how she was perceived by others. She's 17, never raised, never really put her mother's training to work. She never achieved anything really, but everyone treats her like she was the very best at everything only because her mothers were. But having extraordinary talent and extensive training when you're like 12 won't make you the best at something. And really, when we see her in action, she tends to fail a lot while she learns to use her training in the real world, which makes sense. And I can't say she really grew out of it. Still a good book, but not perfect. Senna is very independent, she has to be, but she will need to learn to accept the help of others and make friends. Also, the human-wolf bond is explored deeply and is a big part of the story. Interestingly, there's no love story subplot. It's really more about friendship and making bonds. Her mother's death are still very heavy on her. The story is also about grief and finding where you belong when you have nobody. Finally, the book is a fast-paced, action-packed story on an alien world. And if you want to read Cold the Night, Fast the Wolf by Meg Long, it's available right now at the library. You can reserve it on Iguana, the library's website, or call us to make a reservation. The audiobook and ebooks are also available on Cloud Library. All the links are in the description. And before we go, don't forget to like, share, and comment on the video, subscribe to the library's YouTube channel and Facebook page, and come to the library to see us and talk about books. And I'll see you next time.